In 2024, the number of animals entering shelters nationally was down slightly from 2023, but despite the slight decrease in intake, many shelters, including those right here in Michigan, are facing a capacity crisis due to animals staying longer before being adopted, especially large dogs. So here to tell us more from a local perspective, joining us right now, Chief of Oakland County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center, we have Joanie Toole. Thank you for being here, Joanie.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Yeah, this is a very interesting subject that we came across here at Civic Center TV, and I immediately reached out to you to get your perspective on it. Now, the article and the story pretty much talks about it on a national level, like I said, but we want to get to the local level as well. But how does the national trends of increased length of stay and the capacity crisis for shelters manifest specifically with the Oakland County Animal Shelter?
Well, we've been seeing it since COVID. And after COVID, it got even worse. Trying to get into a vet or trying to afford a vet visit. By the way, this is my friend. Oh, gee, now I can't remember her name.
Chiquita? Is that? I just got the word Chiquita.
There
we go. Hi, Chiquita.
Chiquita. This is my friend Chiquita. She was actually found in the middle of a street. But we're seeing a huge trend of owner surrenders. And what's happening at the shelter level is that shelters are delaying intake of those types of animals, the owner surrender.
And I can understand the context as well. We just quick, brief technical interruption. But I pretty much understand that as well with the finances that owners are taking on now and then having to do that with taking care of their dog and pet care. I imagine there's a lot of things. Yeah. But besides that as well, Joanie, are there any other unique challenges that you all are facing from the greater West Bloomfield or just Oakland County area in general?
Well, because we have to limit our intake on owner surrenders because we're obviously packed, then that in turn creates more abandoned animals. So if they can't surrender their pet to a local shelter and they have to get rid of that pet, then what do? Community resource is, I think, the way of the future right now. In fact, we have some resources on our website. If you go to oakgov.com, pet adoption, you can find some resources there, food banks, low-cost clinics. But because of this increase of animals, we're finding hard to keep up with what we have here. And because in Oakland County, we do more medical to our animals than any other shelter in the state of Michigan, it really has affected us because we're trying to do too much with too little.
Wow. And once again, I'm glad that we have you on here because this is an issue that many people may not even be aware. I wasn't necessarily aware of until I came across this article as well. Now, with that being said, here's a question. For those who may just be hearing about this, want to help, but may not have the capacity to adopt, how can residents best contribute beyond just adopting a pet?
Well, what they can do is they can go to our Facebook page and share the animals here with their feed, the adoptable animals, get them more exposure. They can volunteer here at the shelter, help walk dogs, comfort cats. They can also donate goods to the shelter. They can donate food. They can donate towels and blankets that help us out. But it's going to take the whole community to turn this thing around, I think. Yeah. And the more resources that we can provide for these people, the better.
I would agree, too. And I'm glad I asked you that as well because I'm thinking just adoption is the best thing. But, yes, I would imagine donating some items, some supplies, some food as well to help kind of, allocate some of the resources that you all are giving out as well to kind of help out with that. I imagine it's helping out a lot. And with me right here live on the Splash, by the way, Chief of the Oakland County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center, Joanie Toole, just talking about the national topic of more pet owners surrendering their pets, and as a result, how local pet adoption centers and animal control centers are reaching capacity as well. Now, we briefly talked about it, Joanie, in regards to reasons, but I want you to reiterate again some of the most common reasons that pet owners are surrendering animals, and then How do you all work with these pet owners to prevent this possibly?
Okay, well, our biggest one is moving. A lot of people come to us and say, I have to move. I can't take my pet.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
we can
Yeah.
put you in touch with lawyers that are aware of pet-friendly living arrangements.
Mm.
If you're getting kicked out because of your pet, they can help you in that regards as well. Another thing is they can't afford the pet. They can't get into a vet. It's too expensive. They don't have enough money to pay for food. So we can hook that person up with some low cost clinics. We can hook them up with some food banks in the area. And so that helps that way. So those are the two major ones that we see. And those are kind of the ways that we combat that. But
Right.
there's, it takes resources. And
Mm-hmm.
again, if anybody's out there that thinks they can be a resource for that, an attorney who deals with animal law and helping protect renters' rights,
Mm-hmm.
reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to pass that along to people that are having an issue or getting kicked out because of their animal.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, put that message out there right now for our audience and anyone who may know someone. That way, that's what we're actually here for, to get that out to the community as well. And you brought up a very good point, because I'm thinking it's all financially related. But like you said, people could be moving, downsizing, and then they just don't allow pets. So I completely
Exactly.
understand that. And in some cases, it could be specific pets as well. So with that
Yeah.
being said, if I'm not mistaken, I see that according to the data, large dogs specifically are staying in shelters a little bit longer. Are there any specific programs or initiatives that you all have in place to help the large dogs who are staying longer?
Yes, it's harder to place the large dogs, and especially the pit bulls and pit bull mixes.
Mm,
Sorry, my friend's going a little nuts here.
it's okay.
But yes, the pit bulls and the pit bull mixes, a lot of places do not allow them. But the attorney that we hook people up helps to fight that, helps to combat that. And then they also work with local places that are pet friendly and that will take them in. But yes, that's a huge issue with the bigger dogs, and especially the pit bulls, the Rottweilers, the Mastiffs. A lot of places do not want them in their apartment complexes, mobile
Yeah,
homes,
yeah.
that type of thing.
Yeah, and I get it. And like I said, in the perspective of people downsizing, going to apartments and things like that, completely understand. It's unfortunate, but
Yeah.
we're glad that you all have the resources and the information to help people in those situations as well. And with me right here on the Splash Live, Chief of the Oakland County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center, Joanie Toole, talking about more pet owners surrendering their dogs or animals or cats in general, and how it is affecting our local animal controls and animal shelters as well. A couple things I just want to inquire about before we let you go. The volunteer opportunities that you all have, if I'm not mistaken. Can you just talk about that and how the volunteers make a tangible difference in the lives of these animals?
Oh, sure. We have a core group of volunteers that come here every day, and that's 365 days a year. So they're very dedicated. They get the animals out, walk them, make sure that they get some interaction, some love. We also have a wonderful core group of cat volunteers that work with the cats to help them calm down, to help them get through this situation that's not so nice until they can find their new home.
Hmm.
But I do want to mention one thing that I've always been an advocate of, and that is if you are looking to get a pet, please do your research. We can stop a lot of this if people would do their research.
Good point.
Check with their apartment complex, check
Yep.
with their mobile home areas, and see what they allow and what type of breed would fit into your household. That's a number one thing right there.
Oh yeah, no, doing the research on the breed of animal and different things that they may require as well. I think that goes a long way. It kind of helps you plan for the future as well. Yeah, I'm glad you explained that as well.
It does.
So, lastly, any long-term visions for the Oakland County Animal Shelter in its relationship with our local community?
Well, I think it's going to be pushed into more of a resource for people. And that's kind of the path that we're going down. In all of our meetings and all of our gatherings, our goals are to help our community. And we see our community right now is really hurting. They're having to give up their pets. They don't have a place to give them up to. So we're going to have to move in that direction if we're going to help our community.
I completely understand as well. Lastly, anyone who want to find out more information, want to adopt, volunteer, website, phone number, any information that they can go to?
If they can go to our website, it's oakgov.com/pet adoption.
Perfect. Oakgov.com/pet adoption. OAKGOV.com/pet adoption. Once again, Chief of Oakland County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center, Joanie Toole, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having us.